Good morning and welcome to Pursuing Profit with Principles. I am your host, Regina Bergman. I am delighted today to introduce you to my guest. This young man is just amazing. I have been so impressed since the first time I met him with the things that he's doing in this world. My guest today is Michael James. Michael is a master financier in financing, consumer, and commercial projects. Michael, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Regina. It's great to be here, and I'm honored to be a guest today.
Awesome. I am delighted to have you here. I truly do mean that. I truly have been impressed with you from the moment I met you.
Well, I think we've had a lot of fun together since we've met
We
as well.
have,
So,
haven't we?
yeah,
And
we
I
kept
hope
it
that
pretty light.
continues.
So, yeah,
Yeah. So, Michael, first of all, let's hear just a little bit about you and your company, and then I really want to dive into the things you're doing in the finance world because they're really incredible, and you're able to help a lot of people.
yeah, for
So,
sure.
and then of course, as you know, that's really important to me. That's one of my values is that we be able to help people.
Yeah,
So, tell us a little bit about you and Noggin branding.
yeah. So, thanks for having me again. And it's a lot of fun to be a guest and be able to share at this age what I've been able to do, and be able to partner with amazing different companies and experts in their fields and their respective industries that really help to execute on my ideas. And so Noggin Branding, believe it or not, it's been almost 11 years in business. And when I originally started that concept, it was a very unique marketing agency north of Seattle, where Portland, Seattle, they had marketing agencies that did websites, search engine optimization, and social media. Fast forward about 5 years ago, I got this really interesting idea that, most of the marketing agents that I was working with in the branding and advertising space, they were needing access to capital. They were needing accountants, tax experts. They were looking at ways of saving, revenue, finding different, ways of adding profit and different revenue streams to their businesses. And so myself being pretty young, going through accounting and finance through college, the way college was structured was, you know, very like 1, 2, 3 column, follow the
Stay in
pattern
your lane.
pretty much. And so it really was unique because as I was getting out of college, I was already using QuickBooks and Facebook and like building, you know, before the marketing agency, what helped me add a lot of finances to myself was I owned a landscaping business. And then I got accountants at 18 and they managed the amount of revenue that I did for taxes, and then I could help pay for school and, living and all that. And then as I got out of college, all of this marketing and SEO, all of this stuff was sitting out there in the marketplace. And I thought, well, let's bring all three tiers: websites, the ranking of those websites through search engine optimization, and then the social media aspect, bring them all in house. And so that really got me known in the area. And 3 years ago, I actually was nominated Entrepreneur of the Year by the state of Washington. And thank you. It's been kind of an interesting ride, very unexpected, but it's based on the results that the clients get. It's not what I've done or how much money I've made or anything like that, but it's the clients I've had are very sizable, and I've gotten to show very healthy results, whether that's retail or e-commerce, usually both. But it's taking 20-year-old methods and proving it in this digital realm. And so again, fast forward 5 years ago, I got this really interesting idea for this international finance network. And so I basically halted Noggin branding. My wife and I at the time moved down to Los Angeles in our van. We set up for 9 months. And basically, I networked the entire county of Los Angeles. So from Malibu to Long Beach, people in LA knew who I was for quite a while there. And so what I did, Regina, was I went out and met different bankers and accountants and marketing firms, incubators, accelerators, you name it. And basically, I was adding them to this Noggin network, I was calling it at the time. And so what I was doing is finding all the partners, and then I thought, well, this is easier said than done to run all of this. So I'm going to have a very unique CRM, content management, or a customer relationship management system that would be kind of the sales, the leads, as well as then marketing and accounting, finance all in one.
Right.
So you actually saw the solid number dashboard. And
I
so
did.
Adam and Ben and our team, they built this monstrosity of a CRM. And then I was kind of the manager to help get this into different states. And so on the back end of once I got the CRM done with the solid number team, I had this pretty sizable finance network from Los Angeles, extending all the way to New York. And I kept it domestically just to get, the initial 50 states going. A lot to manage, but Los Angeles seemed to be kind of this center, this hub for like where I could meet and greet everybody and kind of qualify the idea and find like everything I needed in a pretty small space. Most, in a day, you could literally be with, an accelerator, a bank, a marketing agency, a law firm, like all of that within 10 meetings. It was pretty amazing. So as I kind of got out of Los Angeles, I came back to Bellingham, Washington, where I'm at. I then launched the CRM. We got it live. We ran it for a year. And then, honestly, I did not think that it would take as much time to build out the sales team, all the documentation, the
Right.
peripherals, the training, frequently asked questions. And so when you build something like that and it's not public, it's not Salesforce and it's not Facebook, it's an amalgamation of 50 different things. And we literally had, I think it was like 30 something different APIs and licenses to
Wow.
build this monster CRM to run this very unique concept. The concept seemed easy. It was getting these very old banking systems, accounting networks, and sizable entities to join and not join in onesies, twosies, but hundreds and thousands.
Right.
So that was my project, was to get these large contracts going. And so I built out, at one point, we had 23 different sales referral partners that I had worked with. And so they were setting up meetings. I was then going out and doing my own meetings and partnerships and, building that.
Right.
But I was mainly spending 80% of 2021 mainly running the sales team for Solid Number. And
Wow.
and getting the partnerships and customers and then the sales team kind of the red carpet experience, so everybody was like on the same page, it all made sense, everybody was moving forward together. Pivot to first of the year of 2022, and Solid Number is now shut down due to that sales team and just it's not where I ideally saw myself. So
Right.
what I've done is I've built Noggin Finance through Noggin Branding. And so Noggin Finance is the international network of all of my financiers I've built out and partnered with.
Wow. Wow.
We offer over 25 different financing products. We do merchant and credit card processing. We literally do any banking, accounting, investing, I mean, and financing to any degree. So, if a person needs to, say my Noggin branding marketing service at, $50,000 a month is expensive for some firms, they could finance that. That way, the financer is paying me, the marketing agency, the full 50,000 up front. So that way my staff, my partners, those people are getting paid the proper amounts,
Right.
right?
Right.
That way though, the customer is paying the 50,000 over an extended period of time. It's a lot cheaper than a credit card or some
Right.
other PayPal loan. Ours are between 2 and 10% depending on the applicant.
So
The
credit history, that kind of a thing. Gotcha.
Absolutely. And
Gotcha.
like a PayPal application, and you get verified in literally moments, ours is the same.
Oh,
It's
wow.
going through a very extensive network. That's why ours is taking 5 minutes. PayPal's, it's multi billion dollar situation, right? Imagine me as like door one in PayPal. I'm trying to be like a PayPal.
Right.
I'm a wannabe. Let's call it that.
A PayPal wannabe.
A nerd wannabe. And so my intention is to work in the small business space, but provide
Right.
marketing and branding services and then these financing products on the back end.
Awesome.
So say,
These,
construction company we work with, or, a dentist, we can finance the kids' braces. Or if the homeowner goes and does a 50,000, landscaping or hardscaping project this summer, we can finance
right.
that.
Awesome. And I think you told me the other day that you can finance between $500 and $5 million, was it? Or
5
500,000?
billion.
Oh boy, I didn't even hear that one right, folks. Five $500 to $5 billion.
Yes, and that's domestically or globally now in 180
Wow.
countries.
You see why
So
said he's so smart, folks? He put this together.
I'm the idea
He's just
person. I had to
amazing.
find the partners. So
Yeah,
I'm working with people, again, in their 20-year experts in their industries. I came
right.
in, they have these partner and affiliate programs. I just found a very unique way of partnering with a
Yeah.
pretty sizable
Packaging it all
network.
up.
It's
Yeah,
it's
that
it's a
is
mini,
awesome.
LinkedIn or something in a way. So
Right. That's amazing. But primarily financial people,
hmm
correct?
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, it's a mainly banking, financing. It's lenders, bankers. It's
gotcha.
I mean, merchant and credit card processing galore. So
Yeah,
again, that's retail. So whether it's a swipe on a machine, or someone's going to your e-commerce through Facebook, Instagram, or you have a store set up where people can swipe through major credit card providers. So,
mm.
but
It's a
yeah.
little
So,
mind-boggling.
but I'll give you an example real quick to make
Good.
it less mind-boggling. A marketing firm approached me. They do, less than $250,000 in business a year, and they said we sometimes have issues to where our clients can't pay the full amount of the final project,
Right.
right? And so instead of them personally providing, a financing
Financing.
of
Yeah,
over, say it's a $5,000 bill and they finance it for the next 5 months, they're $1,000 a month to pay off the bill.
right.
The designer, to really scale the business, wants to ideally get paid the 5 grand up front. I mean, right?
Sure.
And so what we do is install a free form. We build it out with that business owner. We build a free form. That way, next time the customer can come and apply. And again, they're going to get notified in 2 to 5 minutes. You're approved. You can now finance the $5,000 with XYZ branding firm.
Wow.
They can pay off that branding package over, 2 months, 6 months, 2 years if they want, at a
Is
very
there an
low rate.
investment on the part of the business that's providing the service to that client who's getting the funding?
Ask that
So
one more time.
if I were providing that for my clients, my prospects, my prospective clients, providing that funding through you, is there an investment on my part as the person who's directing them to that? No,
No,
I love it.
it'll always be free. So we will even build the forms and embed them on your website.
Excellent.
If your tech person's not available or you really need it like right now, we can literally put it next to your e-commerce or shopping cart, or help you even put it in an email blast if you need. So
Wow. That's amazing. Yeah, for those folks who like me have some high ticket offers, wow, that's an
oh,
incredible benefit that you can provide to your clients.
so I'll make this really mind-boggling, and I'm not going to say
Okay.
who,
I don't
but
know if I can
there's
handle that, Michael.
I'll make it fun. We won't make it too bad.
Okay, okay. Don't blow my mind too much.
No. So we've been speaking in the consulting space, and we found a very sizable consulting firm, and they have a global presence. They're in about 60 countries. They have about 10,000 consultants globally. We found out that out of 100 of these consultants globally, we found out that 98% of them are personally financing their customers.
Mm,
Now, their customers are paying 50 to 100 grand a month in strategic consulting.
right.
98% of them are personally financing their customers, paying
Wow.
50 and 100 grand a month.
Yeah.
So we've been speaking, why don't we put a form on the main website as well as all the 10,000 different
Yeah.
consultants? And that way you're going to get paid the 50 or the 100 grand up front. That way
Yeah.
you can get accountants and staffing and a marketing arm and really
Exactly.
scale your consulting agency.
Right.
Hopefully a lot quicker in days, weeks, and months, not 10 years.
Right.
This is what
Right.
I'm thinking.
And then that of course is one of the key reasons that somebody doesn't invest is because they lack the funds or the funding, and I'm not sure where to go or how to get that funding. So you've made it simple.
Out of 100 startup businesses in any state, this is nation or global now, they say 80 out of 100 small business owners never apply for small business funding because they assume they're going to get denied.
Yeah, agreed.
Assume.
Assume.
Most people, like, say the 20% walks in, say 20 out of 100 walks in, usually half of them get denied. But
Yeah,
imagine if 80 out of 100 showed up, right? That's
right.
50, 40 businesses going to get some sort of financing out of nothing. That means 40 businesses are locally going to get scaled a lot quicker,
Yeah,
hopefully get more staffing, right?
right.
It starts really scaling from there. So I
That's
can't I
phenomenal.
I can't show you the if we plugged in someone like yourself, like if I had you in this, like it'd be throw the boomerang and it'd never come back. Just like, oh,
You're
watch it
giving
keep
too much
going,
credit
going,
there,
going.
Michael.
No, I mean it'd be fun. So, but that's
Yeah,
what this network
that's
provides, right? So it's
but I love that my client could click on a button on my website, my landing page, wherever. He could click on a button and find out within 5 minutes if he could finance my
mhm,
fees
yep,
for the coaching that I do.
yeah.
How, wow. And are the repayment terms fairly liberal, or they,
I mean,
or they
it's
vary across the gamut, just like any other financing? Or,
again, we have so many partners. When you go on that form, you might have 50 people qualifying or vetting
oh,
that
okay,
application, and so you're
right,
going to get the best rate, best term,
okay,
and so
very good.
it is competitive. But at the end of the day, the customer is getting the best deal out of that network.
And so, does your system choose that best fit? Does it sort it all out and say this
It's
is the best
actually
offer for you?
the
Or
we it is at the end of that, but yes.
okay,
So
yeah,
it goes through a 3-tier kind of a finalized process, and then
right,
it's spit out to one recommended.
amazing,
If that
that's
one
amazing.
that is recommended doesn't get accepted, then we can then
Oh, okay,
contact them back and say we do have another option if you're interested,
gotcha.
and that way they don't feel defeated or
Right, right.
you know yeah. So
Wow,
it's just that
I
that first
like
one
it.
that's kicked out is qualified through 10 different
Yeah,
20 different verifiers. So
I really like that. I mean, that could simplify things for so many people. And
yeah,
obviously, we don't want people taking on debt they can't afford.
no, it's
That's a given.
mhm.
Um, but the opportunity to be able to take advantage of things that are going to have a great ROI and move your business forward,
Mhm.
as you said, in months instead of years,
Yeah, that's what
that's
I've noticed.
tremendous.
I
That
mean,
is
so
tremendous.
we've even had new customers as well as partners work with us during COVID, obviously, and they're like, "Dude, we've had our best years. You can't show me a better stat than what we've. You just can't. 20%, 40%. It's
Wow.
I wish I had a loudspeaker like I was going to the Super Bowl because I felt like The Rock this last Sunday. Just it's ready for like that's how pumped I am. I'm trying to like kind of play
Oh
it
yeah,
down
yeah,
for
yeah.
TV here, but
You're simmering here. You're
don't want
holding
any
it
of the
down.
customers to be going crazy. But I mean that's how ecstatic I am about the
Yeah.
work that I do and being this age and being able to show someone my dad's age or double
Now,
my
now
age
I need
is
you to clarify
impressive.
this because, I mean, this is TV and people are going to see you, but I think you look younger than you are anyway, Michael. So what is this age?
I'm 35. So I've had a few years in the ballpark, but
Yeah.
I did start a little late out of college. I stayed a little bit longer to get an extra few credentials for myself, just
Good job.
mental qualification. I thought if I could do this, I can do anything. So
Right. Right.
school was honestly the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
Really? Why do you
Even the
say that?
CRM, it came together more naturally. School was literally like the universe qualifying me for life. And it was like, if you can get through math class and economics and accounting, then you'll be okay, Mike.
Look at this. If you can get through economics and here, look what you're doing.
I did not. It's just reading it through a textbook. I wanted to be
Yeah.
watching like NBC News and like, what's the stock
Right.
market doing today and what's that
Yeah.
relevancy to the company? And
Yeah.
I was my freshman year, Regina, I had a E-Trade stock account
Right.
and I was trading a sizable amount of stocks back then. Get this. And I hope maybe one day this would be hilarious. But I had 11 people on my freshman dorm floor that gave
Right.
me $1,000 and we managed
To
their
invest.
personal E-Trade accounts.
Right.
All of them except one did very well. And it was
Wow.
because the emotions came in and he got fearful because his stuff was
Ah,
tanking for
yeah.
1 week.
Right.
And I said, just
Right.
wait, just wait, just wait.
Hold on.
If you don't need it, just wait, just wait. And if he would have waited, he would have. But
Yeah.
anyways, so yeah, little things like that. Now that you start going back to the memory bank, you're like, yeah, I kind of did some interesting things. So, I don't know if that was legal back then, but it was. Well, I'm not going to say when. So, anyways, but yeah, I mean,
Oh my goodness.
I've had a good time, and I'm glad that I've been able to utilize these tools to be able to share this
Yeah.
information, and it's been fun to watch those results in a real world, and people get new employees, get more product line, have better deals with their vendors that they've had for because they're able to buy more in quantity, like all
Right.
these things come into play and they don't technically think about that sometimes. They say they do, but they haven't. So
Yeah. I have a
until the
question for you.
problem arises,
Yeah.
now
I
we
have
have
a
a
question
problem.
for you. How old were you when you and your wife went to LA in the van and you began contacting everybody there? How old were you?
So I was 30,
You were 30.
29,
Yeah.
30.
So what would you say to people who are afraid to reach out?
It's interesting because I deal with sales organizations today
Right?
and they don't call people. They
Yeah.
just email. And I'm like, wait, what?
Wait, wait. Yeah.
No, 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 no. That's not effective marketing. That's
Yeah.
not even
No.
marketing in
No.
my mind. So I'm not gonna say who, but I've spoken to quite a few that I'm like, I can't work with you because that's not
Yeah.
I
That's
can't get
yeah.
around my head.
No.
What I would say is if you're in the sales game, you're trying to grow a small business in anything. You're a dentist, you're a insurance agent, you're a new marketing person, you're a photographer. Call people in different states and cities that you might not ever meet
There you
because
go.
you're going to go through 50 or 100 of these phone calls and you're like, that wasn't exactly right. I kind of want to tweak that.
There
Or
you go.
and if
But
I
you
call
haven't burned up
somewheres
your
in
backyard.
Louisiana. I have never been to Louisiana. I've never been to
Yeah.
Texas, unfortunately. It sounds beautiful. As
He's coming though, folks. One of these days he's coming.
Regina resides there, and she's telling me about Bridgeport Lake, and it sounds amazing. So, but I mean, in this realm, start calling places out of state and city. Don't call the
Yeah.
people down the
Great
street that
idea.
are gonna see you, and you'd be embarrassed
Yeah.
if you mess up. Like, don't worry about it.
Right. That's awesome advice. I like that.
One of my earlier companies with my brother is we started a screen printing manufacturing business. Every kid wants to start a clothing business or a t-shirt business. So how did we get our clothing business into retail? I found a nationwide mountain bike store, a retail store list. There were 2,200 mountain bike stores 15 years ago. There's probably 60,000 now. I think there's 2,200 in just Bend, Oregon. I'm just messing around. But I called 2,000 of those bike stores before 100 of them got our clothing into them.
There
Or
you
we
go.
started to then also do screen printing as well. So we double ended it. We also did the consignment, but we also did the screen printing. So
Right.
sometimes it started with screen printing and then they took consignment. Sometimes they took consignment and, we just did all these little variations.
Right.
But I
Very good.
called every
But
state,
you called. Yeah. So how
Milwaukee
much
and
time did you, and
Mississippi.
we're almost out of time here, but uh, how much time did you block out every day for making those phone calls?
I mean, eight
And
hours,
how religious were you about getting it done?
8 hours.
8 hours.
I didn't do
Eight
anything
hours
else for the time that I
every
was
day
doing that. So
making phone calls.
yeah,
Yeah.
from 8 till 5 or 6, and take a lunch break, and you take some breaks just to get off the phone. But
Yeah.
I kind of enjoy it, and this next year it's all going to be phone again, and going
Gonna
and
be phone
driving
again.
and meeting people.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
last year
Very
it was
good.
Zoom, but this year I'm
Yeah.
actually doing cold calls again, like a lot.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to be doing thousands. So
But
um,
folks, you don't have to do thousands to grow your business. You
you
don't
don't
have
have to.
to do that on that
It's just I'm
scale.
choosing.
But do set aside time, color code
Let's
it
make
in
it
your
realistic.
calendar.
Set
Yes,
aside 30
please.
minutes a day.
30 minutes a day.
You don't want to do
Have
it
your
all
list
week?
ready,
You don't want to
right?
do it on Mondays and Fridays? Do it Wednesday through Thursday. Or
Yep.
Tuesday through Thursday, sorry.
Yeah.
Those are money making days. Mondays and Fridays, people are getting in the office, they're getting warmed up.
Yeah.
Friday, they're kind of shutting down. They don't want to do anything
Right.
unless it's a deal on the hook.
Yeah.
So it's you got to play your audience a little bit. But
And have it
usually
scripted out to
Tuesdays
some
through
degree so
Thursdays.
you know what you're going to say,
Yeah.
and then tweak
Have a
that
little
as you said.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have like a little a laptop phone or an
Yep.
iPhone, something off
Yep.
to the side with a little bullet points. Or
Right.
what I do is I
And
look at their
practice
website.
it.
I look at their website, I look at their
Yeah.
services, I look at their
Yeah.
Facebook, their LinkedIn accounts. I'll see who the manager, the owner, the sales staff is, and I'll have
Right.
names available so when I call
Yes.
in,
Awesome.
hey, is Regina there, the owner of Bridgeport?
Right.
I need to talk to the owner.
Yeah. Awesome. Oh, Michael, we have to do this again. Um, this
I'd
is
love to,
so
it'd be fun.
wonderful, but we are out of time, unfortunately. It has been such a pleasure to have you here today. Definitely, you and I will be talking about adding that to a website for me, for my clients. That ability to be able to fund their purchases. That's awesome. Is anything we've forgotten in the last few seconds here?
No,
Anything
I think
anything else?
we'll cool the afterburners down a little bit. So
If
no,
he and
I'm
I
just
ever get in the same room together, folks, it'll be woo!
yeah, it's gonna like a microwave.
I love it. I love it. Thank you again, Michael. We so appreciate it. Check him out on LinkedIn, Michael James with Noggin Branding. And Michael, it's so great to see you again. We'll talk to you again soon.
I really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun, Regina. It was fun.
Awesome.
Have a great day.
All right. Bye for now, folks.